Live from the historic Ham Building in St. Paul, it's the Haberdasher's Couch. I'm Kendrick, inviting you to the show, starring Heimie and Dorsett, featuring Todd Walker, also featuring Amye Scharlau. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Heimie.
Welcome to another show of the Haberdasher's Couch, where you don't have to pay somebody to listen to you. Keith, you hear those bells in your ears? That's the sound of New Year's, my friend. It is 2023, and the last time Keith and I were on the couch, which was 2022 New Year, Keith gave some advice, and he said, and I remember him saying this, is that, what'd you say? you said, be thankful that his New Year's resolution, and he's like this all the time, is just to be thankful for what you have.
Gratitude.
That's what it was, gratitude. So it's not repeat. We're starting 2023 off with a bang here at the Haberdashery. It's official. They say February 1st is the actual date that most Americans, and I don't mean pessimistic, give up their resolutions. And actually what they say is most Americans don't even make it to the resolution. 1 out of 7 Americans actually believe their resolutions in the first place. They don't follow through with the resolutions. But Keith, you do. Do you have a new one this year?
You know, that's the bill on what we did. When we talked about it, it'd be internally always show gratitude, walk in love, and you know, this year just continue to be healthy.
Yes.
There's physical health, there's mental health. And we want to continue to make sure those things are in alignment. And that's what we'll continue to work on. And it's the continuation of, running the 10K.
Yeah, so Keith and my wife ran a 10K this past year. It was the
Twin Cities
Medtronic Twin Cities Marathon. They did the 10K. Fabulous event. Yep. I had a great time going down there at 6 o'clock in the morning, which is cold.
Wasn't bad.
Guys warming up on the side of the road there, and they ran that thing, and it was so much fun.
Stick to your resolution.
Now, the top reasons that resolutions don't stick is discipline, Keith. 52%. They say that the schedule is lacking of the proper time to actually activate the resolution, which would be like working out, eating differently, or changing their habits. I think a habit takes quite a while to change.
Well, I think there's a period of time where you stick to it. But I stuck to what I needed to, whether I wanted to do it or not. And the focus was really what brought me through. So you go, we're going to do this at this specific time. So I was running at 6 o'clock in the morning, no matter what, that's what I did. And I think within a 2-week period, I became a lot more consistent with it. So I don't know for others.
So you can change that habit by being consistent.
Just be consistent and focus. So you focus on that one thing that you want to achieve, and that's what I think that was very helpful to myself.
So what you're saying is that over time, that if you want to change a habit, you follow a routine, but that I would say that once you achieve that change of routine or habit, it can become a positive thing in your life, right? So it becomes this positive perspective where it's hard to achieve, you set the regimentation, and then you achieve it.
Yep.
Wow.
And then you stay consistent with it, know, because I think it'll be beneficial. Then you find other things to kind of cultivate that as well. So
keep an eye on the big picture.
Absolutely.
Set your goals. Be positive. It says we Americans are born to achieve. However, we need to give ourselves rooms to fail once in a while so we can learn from our failures. Such is business, right? Now let's move on to a new subject now that we're done with this New Year resolution stuff. I already given up on mine in the last 15 minutes.
You have not.
Keith, tell us what Julie did here. I mean, here's the Marzoni book, lightweight tropical wools. She made a custom garment for one of her customers, and it's that lightweight worsted. She's done some really great things with the interior. Again, She's using these fancy liners, which you can pick, monogramming the interiors, which you can do, and it's all Italian fabrics.
Yeah, great detailing.
Yeah.
Great detailing. Suede underline,
Right.
Melton.
And
Yeah,
you can
great
choose
detail.
you can choose the accents on the buttons too. So would you say, Keith, that it's a good time to come in and shop custom?
It always is a
Yeah,
good time,
look
and
at these fabrics.
I don't think you have to do it because you can't get fitted. I think
Right.
it's just wonderful things. I think we offer great styling, great prices, and like I said, great value. Where things that just last over time. This is kind of a timeless.
I was going to say,
yeah.
Keith outdid himself again. Designed by Dorsett, reaches into his treasure trove of talent and pulls this out of his trunk. He makes himself a bellows pocket.
Yes.
Right, expandable bellows pocket. Two pocket, and he has a breast pocket in these performance fabrics. So Keith is actually, for the new year, is committed to creating
Always.
designs for the store. We're going to hang them on the shelf, and you can come down and see what Keith is up to as far as his designs are concerned. And so I'm super excited for this next season. They say in 2023, more people are more likely to come in-person shopping than what they were doing pre-pandemic, because we need each other, folks. We need to reach out to each other. You would miss me if you didn't see me, right?
I actually do, even when I don't see
Yeah, but you can't order me online, and when I come to your doorstep, you can't shove me back into a box, can you?
We tried to do that so well.
Anything else you want to say for New Year's, Keith, before we
said,
sign out?
Happy New Year to everyone, and be happy. Wishing you best of health in the upcoming year and forward.
Keith, nice to have you. Thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for showing us your wares. Come down and see us, and we'll make you some nice custom clothing in the new year. We'll see you next week.
Hello, I'm Amye the Hypnotist here at beautiful Heimie's Haberdashery, and this is Coffee Talk. Here in our first session for 2023, we are going to be talking about conversation styles and how people really communicate. It is so easy to miscommunicate, and it's even more difficult now in the world of social media and all these different electronic ways to communicate. Basically, although experts differ on what exactly they think the percentage is, we get about 60-70% of our information from people through their physical cues. We get maybe 30% from their audio cues, and only about 7% from the actual words. So the very best way to communicate with anybody is face-to-face. Now you may think, okay, Zoom, that's face-to-face, right? But there are actually some things that are lost via Zoom. The size of the face is different, and even talking on the phone, even though we get a lot of information from vocal inflection and things like that, because the sounds are compressed and recompressed and expanded and changed electronically and are actually a smaller range than what we can actually hear face-to-face, you're actually losing communication with each of those. So just keep that in mind when you're communicating with somebody. And by all means, if there's something really important, using just text is going to be a very limited amount of information. I'm getting a lot of clients coming in that have had like arguments and discussions and a lot of just plain misunderstandings because they went by text, and you are losing so much information. So try to keep text for just information, like when you're going to pick people up, things like that. And if you want to say something important and get the absolute best communication and make sure that you're not missing each other, talk face to face. And let's start 2023 with great communication and have the best year yet.